Hello friends, welcome back to Space Engineers with your host, Rongo the Bold. So, we are ready to start working on the ship that I shall call Talon. It will be my raider, my striker, my awesome little buddy that will destroy all the evils. I always get this one backwards too. I think it's that way. So let's go ahead and drop this down here. Now I am a little worried about the space I give myself. Oh, I did put it backwards. Dang it. I always do that. Let's go ahead and fix this up. So I'll probably get get the frame going, and it's not going to be yellow when we're all done. I did paint this a little bit since I had yellow activated. But yeah. You're going to be in the way really quick, aren't you? Ooh, I should call you 1812. Just park this a little bit out of the way here. And go into controls. And we're going to name this ship 1812. There we go. It's another Farscape reference. So my intent for this, I want to try and keep it as compact as I can, with lots of weapons on it. I think that will be a good thing. And we're going to build it completely out of heavy armor blocks. So let's go ahead and go to an unused section here. And we're going to go to our armor blocks. Now, I also have this armor ramps mod, which gives me a bunch of large 2 and 3 block ramps. So if I do want to do ramps, I've got those. I also have these nice armored thrusters, which we'll be using. Oh yes, we'll be using these guys. But armor blocks, I'm going to start with that. So we'll go dual base. Yeah. Oops, no. Don't want you. Heavy armor. Don't need any corners or anything like that. We're going to go just, for right now, just your stock basic shapes. That should be good to get us started. Alright. So let's start. And we should also pick a different color for this beast. And I'm thinking black. Oops, I need to actually click OK. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Three blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks wide. That sounds reasonable to me. So especially since we can't get a 6 block in. Alright, so there's our basic shape. It's amazing, it's done, yay! Now, with a heavy fighter, I don't think I want to have my cockpit exposed. So I'm going to put the cockpit actually inside the armor shell. There's no reason you have to expose your cockpit. Okay. Now I want to start angling this in. Oh, I need steel plates. If only I had some steel plates. If only. What else do I have that I don't need to haul around? Yeah, good enough. Pardon me. coming down with a little bit of a cold, which is unhelpful. Now, weaponry. I'm thinking missile launchers and Gatling guns. So I've got a few mods that give me some additional weapons, which I think I want to try out. I've not used some of these. So we have these nice drills, which I may replace at some point. Darth Malmec. The Titan engine is something that I'm using. Nice. I haven't used those either yet. But yeah, Titan engines I've got on my main ship. I've got 6 Titan engines as the forward thrust. And these things are look at that, 2,000 thruster components per. So just my forward engines on the Scorpius are going to use 12,000 thruster components. So massive build. All right, so I need power box. I just saw him. So what did I do with them? Not Dead Tech, not Darth. Shellcorp, yeah, no. Yep. I've used these AW Industries for a lot of the platforms. Oh no, wrong. Take that back. Raven Bolt. Weapons. Let's just go to weapons. Okay, so these azimuth Gatling guns are pretty cool. So I might go with those. Some of these tank. These are the stock Gatling guns. Yeah, we'll take a look at these guys. These guys are pretty badass. And they're fed from behind. So if I put a row of them across the front, these things will just fire out a ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Boom, like that. So that is a massive amount of firepower that we could unleash on our unsuspecting foe. I think that would really rampage quite nicely. Now we need to conveyor these together so we can feed them all. And let's do that here. Beautiful. Now I'm thinking I want some additional fire, maybe some longer range fire as well. So if we go back in here to here, I kind of want to try that azimuth tank cannon. Twin turret G number 3. How big are these? Oh, this is the 2 parts of it? Oh, that's the build piece, build component. Okay, never mind. Never you mind. So large Gatling, and then let's check the launcher out. Because I'd like to throw some launchers. Look at those. That's badass looking, isn't it? So what if I threw a couple of these launchers on the top of the ship? Threw a couple of those on. Which way does it get fed? Is there a port on it? Okay, I think I see the port on the bottom of it. Sorry, I'm trying to see. Okay, I pointed at the screen. You see at the top there where the pod bay is, where the tube is. So that's got to be basically right underneath this area is where the launcher, the connector is for it. So yeah, if we put that on the top of the ship, we'll need to feed up into it, and then it should be good to go. All right, so there's our first line of attack, and then we'll need to have thrusters, forward-facing thrusters here, and we can let's go back to 7, 8. Let's go to 8 and put our thrusters on here. So armor, tiered thrusters. These are the standard ones that I've worked with before. I've not worked with these tiered thrusters before, so these things require a lot more components, but I think they're much more powerful as well. So, you know what? More power! And we're going to rotate it, and we're going to throw it in back here just a tiny... Actually, no, we're not. We're going to put it right there. Booyah! Rotate this around. Let me switch back into first person here. Rotate it properly. Come on, rotate around. Playing the game of rotations. Come on. There we go. And again, we'll put it right on the same angle. That should be good. So do I want to... If I put in bulletproof glass in front, and throw the cockpit in back behind it, ooh, maybe blast doors. Or something like that. 7-1. So we can build this up. A little extra protection up here in front. Just a narrow spot to see through as well. So angles coming off there, flat face. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Want a heavy-duty front end so that I can't be easily killed when I'm heading. Because obviously the front of this thing is where the action is going to be. And I'm hoping 7 guns is enough. If nothing else, I can always come back later and place a second row of these Gatling guns in, and that should pretty much take care of any issues. Alright, so then we need a cockpit or flight seat inside. So let's take a look here. Cockpit blocks. Maybe I'll throw no, we're just going to make this a ship. So we can just use a flight seat. Like that. Maybe we can see out the front of this thing. Might be kind of cool, huh? Pretty. So now you can see, now you can get a scale of this ship. If that's the control seat, yeah, you can kind of get an idea for just, we are talking about a fairly large vessel here. All right. Let's see. You know what we should do here? Maybe here. No, I want a layer of defense. In case the engine gets blown off, and we are going to have to do some more redundancy. I'm thinking about it right now. Redundancy, and also if we think we might need more Gatling guns at some point, why not just go ahead and do it? I'm pondering. I'm pondering. If I do that, second row of guns right in here. Maybe not as big. Maybe just the 5. Maybe just the 5. That also gives us a little better direct access for conveyors across the top. Boom, boom. And you, my good friend, are once again one of these nice heavy armor blocks. Okay, I want heavy armor because if the engine gets blown off the ship, I don't want to have a nice gap there for it. So these will be heavy armor inside as well. Okay, so let's come back here. Now I think these guns use the same Gatling ammo that the regular Gatling turrets take. I believe they do. So I'd like to do a test fire. All right, so there's the ship, the shell, I think. We're going to need to have a decent sized reactor, and we're going to need to have engines. So armored engines. I'm not too worried about side to side maneuverability. So let's go into our just need 2 thrusters. We're going to go. I don't need a round side. I just need a standard T4 square. And we'll just drop that guy in here fairly close to the front. I'm a little worried about how far it's sticking in the ship, as you can tell here. So we'll have to wrap it with armor. Ooh, I don't like that at all. We're going to have to pull this engine for now, and then we'll come back in later. Because I do want it to be... Oh, energy's low. No, I want a little farther. A little farther. Don't die of energiness. Okay, so we are good. It just comes down to... There we go. And why waste the space? Let's go ahead and tuck it in. Oh, I can't tuck it in there. The ship's in the way. Yeah, I built this in the wrong location. Again, I didn't look before I bit in and yummied. So what we'll do, pretty quickly, we'll throw a reactor on it, and then we will move this thing. Do I have a reactor in my... Nope. So let's go ahead and do a reactor. These are cool looking reactors. But we'll just do a regular... Wow, this azimuth reactor takes a lot more reactor components than a small reactor does. $2,000. I don't know what the power output is on these, so I'm a little leery about just throwing them on and calling it good. Alright, we'll just build a little pile of small reactors. Maybe that'll work. I know. Alright, let's not throw the reactor right behind the engine that can be taken out. So we'll stick it back here. And I'll put in 3 of them. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, now we're set. Alright. Let's go ahead and not die. 32. Okay. So I do want to move up out of the way as soon as possible. So I need to put some small thrusters that we can just move the ship at least. Up. We'd go straight up. We need some reactors. I mean, we need both sides, up and down. And then we'll start welding the first layer of the ship together. Okay, there we go. So let me go ahead and throw a small thruster. Don't need a lot of power here. We need an up, and we need a down, and we need a left, and a right, and we need a that way. You want to make sure nothing's right in front of it. And we need the other way. Okay, now we've got full control of that. And we also need a gyroscope. Yeah, I wouldn't have one yet. Gyro. Alright. I'm going to need so many gyroscopes for the Scorpions. I think I've got like 100 gyroscopes on it right now, and it still turns like just turns horrible. It accelerates pretty good. With the 6 Titan engines, it actually accelerates fairly well. Not as fast as like that does, but not bad. And considering it's a capital class ship, it's, you know, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Okay, let's go ahead and start welding this place up. It's kind of a cool view sometimes. Oops. And obviously I'm missing all the parts that I actually need. Damn you, ship. Considering how much I'm holding, you'd think I'd be able to do a little better. Alright, switch views. And rotate. Now I'm going to try not to crash because you guys seem to enjoy making fun of my driving, which is okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, that looks like we're lined up. And that looks like we're lined up more. Up. Come on, pull us in. Oh, maybe if I... Up, back. There we go. Yeah, let me go ahead and bring on board. Oops. Okay, well, there's... So what do we need? We've got motors. We've got girders. We probably need some small steel tubes. And then you guys need to go over there and get processed into something helpful. You're full. You're full. You're full. Alright. So let's disconnect. Pew! Let's do it. Alright. Now, back to work! Yeah. Now we're cooking with power. Spin. Okay, so we've got 4 of the engines done. Or 3? That's 3. That engine, thruster, engine, same thing in my world. Okay, and then let's get these reactors going. And the gyroscope. Oh, come on. What am I missing? Oh, I bet I need reactor components for these guys. Yep, probably reactor components. Right, let's go up here. I've got a mod for another welder as well that goes deeper. I'm going to use it for the big ship. Because one of the problems with these regular default welders, as you can see, I'm not welding the blocks on the other side up there. So when you're doing deep welding, especially on a projection, it can be really a problem off of a blueprint to get the deeper parts of the ship welded up nicely. Alright, get these other Gatling guns. Oh yeah. Oops, and lag spike. Beautiful. Alright, let's zoom forward. I like how zooming doesn't really zoom a lot. Yeah, I need to replace the rear engines on this thing at some point. It is sluggish. Might as well go ahead and get all that. Well, it might even get this engine done. Oh, look at it. Look at it go so slowly. And we're out. Joy. Yeah, I may swap out that welder soon. Oh, come on. All right, well, the next episode, we'll move it, and we will, we'll be able to move it, get it out of the way, and start doing some more work on it. So I think for now, that's a good start. So if you guys are liking it, click that like button, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, your family, and your grandma. I'll be back here with more work on Talon.